I read an article recently about the 10 quotes that changed the world. They're connected to some events in history, but when the leader said this one thing, it just changed everything. If you're going to make that list, what would you put on it? What's the first thing that pops into your mind of a quote that changed the world? We don't have time to look at all 10 on the list, but I'll give you the top 3 that were there. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. That was spoken by Ronald Reagan to get rid of communism inside of Germany with East and West Berlin. Number 2 was this: that's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. Spoken by Neil Armstrong when he's on the moon. And then probably, obviously, the number 1, maybe this was on your list, by Martin Luther King Jr., the I Have a Dream speech. Pretty much the entire speech. Quotes that changed the world. But yet there's another quote that should have made the list, and it wasn't on there. Because when this quote was spoken, it changed everything. It changed the world. It changed eternity. It changed your life. It's the quote that Jesus spoke on the cross, the final of the 7 words or phrases that he said there. Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. Jesus knew at that moment he's going to breathe his last breath. He's going to go into death, and everything had been completed. In fact, he spoke that as well from the cross. It is finished. Everything that was needed for you and for your salvation, Jesus completed. He was there for your forgiveness. He said that also from the cross. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. Jesus said, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. And then he died. Jesus died. God died. This is uncharted territory. This is unknown. What if Jesus doesn't come back? We don't have a triune God. We have a biune God. We all die. We all go to hell. But at the moment Jesus died, do you remember what happened? The temple, that curtain in the temple tore in 2. If you want a full devotion on that, check out Pastor Dave's devotion, Finding Meaning in Your Life. So because that curtain is torn in 2, now we have connection with our Father in heaven. Forgiveness of sins is given to you. You know what that means? That means that you now have a shout of joy. When you and I, when we come to the end of our life and we're breathing our last breath, we become then as Jesus did, trusting our Father in heaven and saying, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. That quote from Jesus, that gift from Jesus, changed the world and changed your eternity. So what do you think the greatest quote of all time is? If it was one of the 3 that I mentioned, or what's yours? Put it in the comment sections below and tell why that made an impact in your life. And join me tomorrow as we look at the greatest song of all time.